What's up, guys? Welcome back to rackoflam. I'm back today with part 2 of my Asian frozen food recommendations that you can find at your local Asian supermarket.
超級市場
I cannot believe that it's been 2 years since I shared part 1, which was before I had my second child. Life was already hectic with one, plus a full-time job and a YouTube channel. Having said that, let's be realistic. We all want to provide the best for our family by cooking healthy and well-balanced meals 3 times a day. But with all that's going on in our lives, it ain't happening. I do try my very best, but admittedly, when I need to catch a break or don't have enough time during the day, I order takeout or cook with frozen foods. Nothing wrong with that. So if you're a busy bee like me, here are some more recommendations from a mama who just needs to catch a break once in a blue moon. Now let's go.
The first frozen item I'm sharing is something I snack on and crave very often, Chong Yao Bang or Sky and Pancake. I've tried a handful of brands and they all taste pretty similar, with some being wider, some thicker, some flakier. Keep watching and I'll show you guys which one's my favorite brand. Chong Yao Bang reminds me of my childhood. There used to be a really good spot in Chinatown, specifically on Catherine Street back in the 90s, that sold them for $1 each. If you visited Flushing, you may also be aware of the spot by the 7 train. Unfortunately, these businesses are now closed and restaurants sell Sky and Pancakes for up to $6, so I opt for these frozen ones since homemade ones can be a bit time consuming to make. I like cutting them into quarters and serving them to my family or guests as a side dish or appetizer. Kids love them as much as the adults. And here is my favorite brand. You don't get as much bang for your buck with this one because there's only 3 pancakes in each pack, but I find these to be flakier than other ones. Here are the package instructions. If you see on the upper left-hand corner, there really is just a handful of ingredients in these pancakes, which puts me at ease when I serve or eat them. When you open the package, you'll find the pancakes separated by parchment paper or something similar. To cook them, you simply heat up a bit of oil on a pan, swirling to coat evenly. I typically use about 1 teaspoon of oil on a nonstick pan. Then you place the frozen pancake on the pan and cook for 60 to 90 seconds on each side or until they turn golden brown. I also like this brand because they still turn out alright when I heat them without any oil. Such a handy frozen item to have around. What is your favorite brand? The next frozen item I'm sharing are Korean cold noodles. If you haven't tried this, you must give it a shot, either at a Korean restaurant or these packaged ones. Being the frugal mom that I am, I bought this from H Mart when it was on sale. Included are 3 packs of noodles, 3 packs of broth, and these mustard sauces that I prefer not to use. To prepare the cold noodles, I would bring some water to a boil, and while that's going, I defrost the frozen broth by soaking them in some warm or hot water, but continuously monitoring them to ensure that they stay cold to the touch. You don't want them warmed up because they're meant to be served cold. I boil the noodles until cooked to my liking, then immediately drain and rinse them under cold water. I've only served these to my daughter once, who wasn't too crazy about the idea of noodle soup being served cold. I'm gonna have to try with her again. Make sure you don't let the noodles sit in boiling water too long. Rinse them under ice cold water to stop the cooking process immediately. If you tried out this product, leave me a comment below to let me know what your thoughts are on the texture of these cold noodles, because I always found them to be quite different and unique. I like to add a personal touch with some sliced cucumbers. Cold noodles and cold broth just pair so well with this crunchy, refreshing vegetable. To serve, place some noodles into a bowl, add your toppings if any, then pour in your cold broth. Restaurants typically serve the broth still with a couple blocks of ice, so I try to do the same. This is the perfect meal on a hot day, so try it out before summer ends. Next item is another product I found from H Mart, Kimchi Gyoza. These bite-sized dumplings were fairly small compared to other gyozas I've tried, so cooking them didn't require much time. Heat up some oil on a pan, add the gyozas, and cook for several minutes until fully cooked. I think it took me 5 to 6 minutes or so. As with other fermented foods, kimchi is very good for your gut, so these gyozas made a nice healthy meal. Next up are various dim sum by Amoy. Similarly, I picked these frozen siu mai up from the supermarket because they were on sale, but I've had them before and enjoyed them. I mean, I'll be frank here, they can't be compared to fresh dim sum, but they're good enough when you want to change for breakfast or you're stuck in the boondocks like me and can't find any good dim sum nearby. I'm making Steve demonstrate how it works with this dim sum variation.
Show your mold.
Amoy's made it super simple to cook these delicacies. Place the entire tray directly into your steamer. And depending on which dim sum you've selected, steam for 10 minutes or until fully cooked and they're ready to be served. Next on the list are pan-fried pork buns or bao. These ones were manufactured in Long Island City, New York, then sold to my local Asian supermarket frozen. You should be able to find bao from other manufacturers in the frozen aisle. I've made homemade ones before and boy was it a lot of work, so getting them frozen saved me a ton of time. My family members know I love bao and these are not an exception. Similarly, these frozen sticky rice wrapped in lotus leaf or danjugai were manufactured in Brooklyn, New York, then sold to our supermarket.
Okay, don't touch.
My daughter was being so cute and wanted to show her tiny hands in my video. Speaking of which, she is a big fan of this dim sum, which is wrapped in a leaf that gives it so much added flavor. And hidden beneath the rice are a lot of goodies like donggu and lapchang, or mushrooms and Chinese sausages. This particular one required steaming about 20 minutes, but I'll show you another option that requires a little less time. And here it is! These ones come in smaller bundles and only require 15 minutes of steaming. As stated in the instructions, there is no need to defrost, which makes it even easier for us busy people. Don't underestimate these sticky rice. They may be small, but they're super filling. The next frozen item was discovered from another sale at the Chiu Cup Sichang, or supermarket. Seafood pancake. These were $2.99 for a bag when they were on sale, and I thought they were pretty decent. Also a great alternative when you're trying to be frugal like me and avoiding that $18 seafood pancake from the Korean restaurant. Last but not least, I had to throw this in there. It's another money-saving strategy from rackoflam. This bag of frozen edamame was $3. I boiled them for 2 to 3 minutes to accompany our sushi dinner takeout to save ourselves $6 that the restaurant would have charged us for theirs. I mean, we've been ballers before and ordered from the restaurant menu, see? But just throwing the idea out there. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Stay tuned for part 3 and make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.